you're going to keep them from getting to that end range of motion. So this is going to be like our dorsiflex assist, right, on the leg and the foot. We didn't let that athlete get up onto their tippy toes to plantar flex to hurt the posterior impingement of the ankle. Same thing here, okay? So if you can kind of envision, I'm going to keep her in a little bit. I am going to do a very light spray just because we're going to use a lot of tape. So I want to make sure that it doesn't roll or mess up on me. So first thing is we're going to go above the joint. And remember, we're going to give them one layer of protection, and below the joint, one layer of skin protection. We have to anchor. We're going to use our light plast. Go ahead, Ian. This might be better. One around with very little pull or tension. It's just to create the anchor point, okay? From here, we're going to take our elasticon. You're going to have them be in that nice degree of flexion, and we're going to measure. I'm going to make it a little longer because remember when we rip it, so I want to make it just a little longer so that I have a little bit of room to anchor. She stays in that flexion. I'm going to ask her to take her other hand and hold those two pieces down. I pull and I anchor. You got me? Now, most of the arm might be okay with just one, but let's just make sure, because one sometimes is not enough. Now the ankle is a much bigger joint. I'm going to go just above that one. Remember, they don't have to be exact on each other. Maybe this one I'm going to go just maybe a little above. You see how I layered that? She's going to stay holding that for me so it doesn't pop. I'm going to go just up into it a little bit. Do you see how I did that? I just kind of captured a little bit of the lower section of it. And then I'm going to go capture this. Don't go anywhere. Glucotape. And then close it just like you would for the ankle. Close it, close it. So I've gone above and below. Before I have her move, I hug underneath there and I fold it under itself. Now she's gonna feel she still can get to extension, just not her very end range of extension. Now, depending if this is an overhead athlete, which you would think it probably is, because they've got an elbow problem, they might not love all of this tape. It's a lot to handle. But when used appropriately, they will feel less pain in the elbow moving forward. Now, they might want you to fill this all in loosely, okay? You would keep them in that slight flexion. I would have kept going a little loosely. That's another way to do it, that they don't feel like things are exposed. It really depends. A lot of them are not going to let you cover their elbow. But this is one way to keep an athlete out there playing. Okay? If that doesn't work or they hate this, you always have kinesio tape that could go along the back side of their tricep all the way up through the arm and shoulder. It's not going to prevent them from getting to end extension, but it might alleviate some amount of their pain as a secondary option, okay? But this would be for triceps tendonitis or anybody with a posterior elbow impingement syndrome or valgus extension overload that's creating a pinch back here. Okay? Now, for when you guys are practicing,